Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or should I say you guys should be welcoming me back to the channel. We haven't uploaded a video, I know, in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's Friday, so I was kicking around the idea of what I should be barbecuing on Friday night, you know, which is tonight. Some stuff flying around down there. Yeah, I want to do something quick and something delicious, and you know, me and Sassy, we love our ribeye steaks. I think over the years I figured out how to cook those things just right. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of people who like to marinate their steaks, but you know, that starts getting a little bit, you know, it kind of turns the meat brown, and you know, I kind of like that medium rare. Now Sassy likes a little bit more medium, and that's okay. But this isn't for marinating. Ribeyes should be done just with a little bit of salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of garlic, but you know, and if you're worried about, you know, the salt and pepper is going to make your steak all salty, well, I guarantee you, you know, you do my method, you know, it's not going to be salty at all. The salt is helping the flavor of the meat come out. So you got to get over that, you know, I don't want my meat to get all salty and everything. That's not going to happen, right? Okay, I got to get on the PCH here, so I'm going to take a little bit of avocado oil and just kind of rub them down a little bit. Doesn't need a whole lot, just rub them down a little bit, and then I'm going to just take some coarse salt, like kosher salt, and some coarse ground black pepper, and just kind of lightly dust both sides. You know, you can do the edges if you want a little bit, it don't matter. And you know what, I'm not even going to trim them because this is a backyard cook, and I really don't care what they look like. I want them to be delicious, and you know, as they say, fat is flavor. If you haven't heard that, man, you've been living under a rock. I'm gonna fire up the Weber grill. I'm gonna use just a basic charcoal Kingsford probably. I just want to have a really nice char on each side. It's gonna kind of lock the flavor in, and then I'm gonna offset it a little bit and then just let the internal temperature come up to medium rare, or about 128, 130 or so. Pan temperature, you know, you're looking for about 550 degrees. But when you do flip them over, get yourself some butter. Now, if you can do clarified butter, that's even better. Yeah, there's videos around how to clarify butter. You can even buy it already clarified. But you want to get some clarified butter, you know, maybe about 4 or 5 ounces, and or as much as you want, or as little as you want. Go get yourself a little pan, melt that down, throw in some fresh garlic cloves and some fresh rosemary. Now, we got rosemary in our garden. Sassy grows that stuff. So I recommend you always keep some fresh rosemary around, and then throw that in there and just kind of let it warm up. And I could actually use that rosemary as the butter bath brush, you know, lay it on there, kind of smother it around, and I'm telling you, you can cook almost any steak like that, and if you do it right, take your time, it's going to come out so good. I'm telling you guys, salt and pepper is all you need, a little bit of avocado oil, a little bit of garlic, rosemary, butter. Oh my God, I'm telling you guys, you got to try this. Trust me on this. Don't worry about these exotic rubs and steak seasonings and stuff like that. You know what? You don't need to worry about that, man. Anyway, I'm gonna get on the road. I got some people behind me. So let's get home and fire up that Weber. Okay, now I just need to get the fresh rosemary. Ooh, there it is. And there's my piece. Always use fresh rosemary. Okay guys, really quick on the rundown what we're gonna do here. We got the Weber Kettle, the 22-inch kettle performer. We're just gonna use this old grate that I got here. I'm gonna use this slow and sear and push all the coal off to one side. Put the grate on there, and I'm gonna use this cast iron flat skillet over here. And I'm gonna put it on the left side, and I'm going to sear the bejesus out of these things, and then if I have room, push it off to the side if I still need to let the internal come up, but I think it's going to work out fine. Hey, are you going to be a taste tester? All right guys, so hey, don't mind the pineapple chunks, that's for something else. Okay, here's the fresh rosemary we got out of Sassy's garden, fresh garlic cloves, avocado oil, coarse ground black pepper, and kosher salt. And you're going to need one of these little basting things, and of course some butter. Okay guys, this is what we're working with today. Full disclosure, This cost me that much. All right. We got the premium USDA choice, First Street. And I'm thinking, I don't know, these things are almost an inch thick. All right, guys, like I said, get yourself some fresh garlic. I threw in about 4.5 cloves or whatever. And then you want to throw in about that much butter. All right, guys, so you might want to ask right now, why is he wearing sunglasses in the house? It's because I'm cool. Okay, but butter by itself has got a very low smoke point. So what you want to do is add about 1/3 more of avocado oil to raise that smoke point up there so you don't burn that butter. And don't forget the rosemary, but I'm not going to start adding this to this until this is melted down, and then I'm going to actually use the rosemary to kind of stir it and to kind of paint it on. Hey, we're not going to mess around with fire cubes and fire starters. Just take a piece of the paper cardboard off that charcoal bag and use it. Oh yeah. A little bit of oil. Yeah. There we go. Okay. A little bit of salt. And see how coarse that is? This is kosher. Doesn't take much, guys. Okay, this is where you'll make or break your steak. Okay, it's easy to oversalt at this point, but you only have to put salt on this one time. Okay, that's it. A little bit of pepper. Now, I don't really know if this is coarse ground black pepper. It looks like that. Here's where the bone comes in handy. Just flip it over. Flip it just a little bit. A little bit more salt. Okay, I like to sprinkle from a distance. Oop, that might be too much there, but that's okay. See, you just want to use enough salt to bring out the natural flavor of the steak, okay? Trust me on this. You're not going to oversalt it, okay, unless you salt midway through the cooking after the cook. Okay, and then that pepper, man, that's just going to make a little bit of a zing in your mouth, man. That's kind of poor man's heat right there. I don't know if it's poor man's heat, but trust me, and you only need a little bit. There we go. Not going to bother doing the sides because that was all burn off anyway. My name's Mrs. Rosemary. So again, we're not doing a dry brine here. That salt isn't to pull out moisture from the center of the steak and convert it to the square root of 57 or some crazy size like that. The oil is probably going to really shield that steak. This is the salt and pepper that's going to cook while that steak is searing, and we want it to be part of that beautiful crust that we make when the steaks are done, and we're going to let the meat speak for itself. All right, guys, so far so good. Hey, tell me down in the description how you guys like to do your steak. I want to know. And I want to know, what do you guys think about that salt and pepper only rub with a little avocado sauce or juice or oil? And what do you use as a baste or an oil bath, if anything at all? Do you like your steak dry? Or do you wet it down? Anyway, tell me down in the description, guys. All right, guys, I think that's about all it needs right there. I'll try not to burn myself. Okay, this isn't going to be fancy, but go for it. All right. That looks pretty good. Okay, like I mentioned, I'm just going to take one of these older grates I have and just put it over the top. That looks good. Don't need that. Okay, and then I'm going to put on my flat top here. Now it's square. It's all right. But I'm just going to try to get it all the way in the corner. That's okay. So what that's going to give me are two nice side-by-side spots, and this thing is going to come up to a really good high temperature. It's thick, and that's what you want with cast iron because it retains the heat. Now get yourself a nice little inexpensive digital thermometer and you can see it's already creeping up there. This is what you're going to need. Get one that reads more than 600 degrees, because these things tend to get above that, and this one tops out. But I know that when this tops out, we're ready to go. See, that's already double the temperature. All right, so what I've done here is I've closed the lid and I got my vents all the way open, and I'm going to expect this to really get high. Now I'm going to take at least 10 minutes now to let that cast iron griddle heat up, and then I'm going to throw the steaks on. Alright guys, wanted you to hear the sizzling, get a better look at it. This cast iron griddle is hot, let me tell you. Now right there, it's just about 400, but way back in the back where it's actually beyond 600, so that's good. That's why I went with a small end over here. Looks like my little oil butter bath is melting down pretty good. Alright, count to about 2 minutes. Now you also want to get yourself a nice instant read thermometer, okay? This one's a ThermoPro, and it's pretty good. You know, it turns off when you fold it in, okay? And turns back on when you fold it out. Pretty nifty, huh? Now this is an instant read. And I know that I just put these on, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give it a little quick read here. It's going to be cool. Probably went down a little bit too much. Just the tip. Okay, see, 75, it's coming up. Now remember, you don't want to use that butter bath and rosemary until you've had a chance to flip it over and the searing is done and you're just finishing it. Alright guys, so we brought them in, put them in a pan, covered it with foil, and we're going to let them set up for about 10 or 15 minutes. And hey, before I show you how beautiful these steaks look, take some time and go hit that subscribe button and set your notifications on so you don't miss a thing. Alright guys, check this out. That's a steak right there, buddy. Right there. See that garlic? See that rosemary? Look at that beautiful texture. Right, baby?
I can smell it. It smells divine.
Oh my God. Garlic, butter, avocado oil, and rosemary.
Oh, look how pretty.
Oh my God. Look at that.
Looks delish, babe. Is that one mine?
Yeah, baby.
Yummy, yummy.
Okay, so I'm going to open up this one. Look at that. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Look at it.
And I like the garlic. I love the garlic. Nice little side dish. That's your veggies. Boom. All right. Now, I happen to like a nice creamy horseradish sauce over there. Okay, guys. Quick little history lesson. This is spinalis. This is the best part of a ribeye. And for the sake of you folks at home and our fans on the professional steak rodeo circuit, let's cut this open right here.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Perfect.
Oh, and guys, when you do a cap steak, it's spinalis that you're eating, by the way. Oh, look at that right there.
Yeah.
Can you get in there? Can you get in there close? Wow, so good.
Dang.
Little patch. Alright guys, thank you very much for spending a little bit of time out of your day to watch some of our videos. We love it when you guys come around. Hit us up in the description or in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time. Ready? I'll do that. Poof. This cook is devoted to my mom, Laurel, Harriet, Jordan, Douglas. Mom, your life ended way too soon, and I'll always, always love you.